So we are going to do another negative space practice. We're going to look at several objects this time instead of drawing just one. So in this case, I'm going to draw the space, the shapes around these three containers. Now we don't want to see any detail on the inside. This is a different way of thinking again. So in the end, let's see if I can move this up, I'm going to get something like this. No detail on the inside. I'm just shading around the objects. I'm training my eye to see the space around the objects instead of the objects itself. Because if I draw the negative space accurately, then my objects are accurate. So you can see I'm looking at this shape very closely, the shape between all three of the containers. And I'm trying to get myself not so much to draw a line around them, I mean that's what's happening, but to really look at this shape and draw that. And that helps me observe things like the fact that this little corner, right, juts out. The angle of this line, all of that is so important. And it's easier to see looking at the space around the object than the object itself. I can't explain why that is. Something to think about. Right? Even when we're looking at this, like, is it perfectly straight or is there a bit of an angle to it? Right? Can you guess what this is? This little bump? It's probably this white lip that wraps around there, and I can see that for a while. So we're flattening things out. We're taking these three-dimensional objects and we're looking at them as shapes. That'll get everything in the right place. That'll get our proportions right. And then we can go back, right, add detail. Right, like noticing that little curve here is probably blocked by there's a little curve. All of these things are important. Just work your way around, like going over some of the spots multiple times to get them right. That curve is going to be really important. Right, getting this angle. Again, this is practice. You might not get it perfect, but you should get a good idea of what that's about. Right, this angle, we want to see this as a triangle jutting into here, and that will give us this outside angle. Getting the curve on this corner as it comes up, that's going to be very important if I was drawing this. This teaches us to see things in a different way. So you can practice this as much as you like. It's a outstanding activity. When I go to check a still life, if I want to see if it's accurate, that's the first thing I look at is the negative space. If you have the negative space right, everything else is right. So go ahead, set up a few objects, and draw what is not the objects. Draw the space around it. No details on the inside. We're looking at the world in a different way.